Hello, I'm Dr. Patty Ford, and today we're just going to quickly go over blue zones and just what is that? What does that mean? It's research done by Dan Buettner since 2005. He was set out on a mission to solve a mystery of how some cultures live to be 100 and live well without disease, without dementia. What are they doing? What is their secret? And he called it a medical mystery, I think. And so there's lots of things happening right now, but blue zones are actually, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, a franchise where you can actually align your medical practice with blue zones. And there's 9 pillars, or I forget the exact terminology, but he really focuses on a few things. So one I wanted to focus on for this video was the diet. What is it about Centurion's diet that makes it unique? And so there's a couple things. One is they really focus on tubers or yams. They really focus on beans. They really focus on nuts and also greens. So we think that's a really simple diet. And for fun or celebratory, like 3 to 5 times a month is meat intake. That's including fish. There's not much cheese, and there is a little bit of alcohol, including red wine. And so there's lots of debates on that. On the effect of alcohol right now. I typically take the stance where alcohol does not affect health in a positive way. Yet in these Centurions, there is a little bit of red wine almost every day. So what a little bit is, my conclusion is about 2 to 4 ounces. The 1 cup of beans per day, and then about a handful of nuts per day. So if you think about that, that research would suggest you can live longer by these preventive behaviors based upon these large population studies. So if we have all of this, why is it so hard to incorporate in our lifestyle? So a lot of these cultures also have easy access to these foods, meaning they're not fighting or they're not up against environments that don't encourage these types of foods. So in the United States, 70% of our food supply is ultra processed, meaning we can't recreate these foods in our kitchen unless you're a chemist. So things like Doritos or Ho-Hos or Skittles, you typically can't create those things unless you have access to a large scale food production company. You might create versions of them, but with the preservatives and different things that are in those foods that allow them to last really long on the shelf, we typically can't make in our food supply. Bread could even be one. Cheese could even be one. Whole food, plant-based it's closer to a whole food form than an ultra processed form. And in research, there's 4 different levels of processed, which we could go over, not in this video. But the blue zones really focus on whole foods. It's not a diet, it's not a supplement, it's not a pill, it's not a program. 2% of diets actually work long-term, more than 2 years. And so this is a lifestyle where there's lots of things that kind of interact and work together synergetically versus legalistically. And so the community that has like-minded values and beliefs with a sense of purpose also makes quite a difference in the way that you show up without disease. So a lot of times isolation, feeling like there's no point, what is my purpose, not satisfaction in your work, can lead to disease states. Now that is a really loose definition without a lot of reputable data to support that right now as I'm sitting here filming this YouTube. But according to Blue Zone's, purpose is a huge factor in longevity and living well. So like I'm going off on a bunny trail. If you can focus on a cup of beans a day, handful of nuts and greens, and keep it really simple, you might add 2 to 4 years of your life, according to Blue Zones and the research by Dan Buettner. Hope this helps.